Hello, my name is Sarah Halpin and I'm the leader of Teaching and Learning in Mathematics and Numeracy at St Gwladys Progression School. This video will explain a bit about our school and our learners and how, since 2017, we began our journey of teaching mathematics and numeracy through a concrete, pictorial and abstract approach. In particular, I'll try and focus on what we've put in place to ensure progression in the 5 mathematical proficiencies from nursery right up to year 6. But first, a little bit about our school. That's just a taster of our mathematics and numeracy journey over the last 5.5 years. Over that time, we've had to train teachers and LSAs, as well as new staff that have joined the school, so that they feel confident to use this approach. Some staff have had more experience of the CPA approach than others, but all have been keen to broaden their understanding and become better practitioners. It really has been a learning journey for us all, trialling what works particularly well when it comes to building our learners' conceptual understanding and what hasn't been as successful. We regularly hold staff training days, inserts, after-school staff meetings, twilights, delivered both by me and from outside agencies. We don't use or follow a scheme of work. We plan our mathematics and numeracy lessons based on the text that we're reading in literacy, or based on our termly topics or even current affairs. We as a staff are encouraged to respond to what the children are telling us, and so planning will often change depending on what's happened in the learning journey so far. We have regular opportunities to share practice across the school so that we ensure that there's continuity and progression from nursery to year 6. These don't just happen in isolation in single year groups, they'll happen right across phases and across the school. We formed a mathematics and numeracy AOLE team, which is made up of teachers and LSAs from across the school. We hold regular meetings to ensure that our maths and numeracy teaching and learning is the very best it can be. We've listened to colleagues. Anyone who would like further training or support is given it. We seek support and advice from one another and share what we can. Perhaps most importantly, we've listened to our learners. They tell us what works best and how they learn. Our learners enjoy the CPA approach. They benefit hugely from discussion time with their peers, investigating different concepts, using manipulatives to better their understanding, and building and drawing their ideas. The Mathematics and Numeracy AOLE team looked at the 5 mathematical proficiencies in greater depth. The 5 interdependent proficiencies are conceptual understanding, communicating with symbols, fluency, logical reasoning, and strategic competence. We know that our learners need to develop each one in order to help develop the other. They are not mutually exclusive. Without sound conceptual understanding, pupils cannot begin to reason logically, draw upon the relationships and patterns that they can remember fluently in order to pick the most effective and efficient strategy to solve problems. We want to equip our learners with the tools to apply their understanding beyond maths lessons, but in everyday life and the problems that they'll encounter. Therefore, each year starting in nursery, we ensure that learners develop and refine their understanding of the 5 mathematical proficiencies in order to be successful and resilient mathematicians and problem solvers. So, how have we done this? As a team, we regularly draw upon each other's skills. We employ team teaching, where we magpie skills and ideas and share our assessment of the learning. We encourage peer observation. Teachers are welcome to observe one another and look at learning through a different lens. For example, a teacher in Year 4 may wish to look at maths lessons in Years 3 and 5, or to look at books, in order to see how their lessons fit into the learning journey. Is the level of challenge appropriate? What skills can be built upon from Year 3 in order to set children up for success as they move through the school? The Maths and Numeracy AOLE team hold regular meetings and scrutinise books, data, and we write our action plan together. We hold regular staff training events. Upskilling ourselves as teachers is vital. As an SLT, we observe lessons and provide timely feedback. Feedback is constructive so that teachers and LSAs have a clear way forward in order to have the most impact. SLT hold book looks and pupil progress meetings. We have ensured that the 5 proficiencies have greater emphasis on the planning by adapting our planning templates. Finally, each year group makes an AOLE placemat, which I'll explain now in more detail. AOLE placemats are created to give a clear overview of the learning taking place in each year group, a roadmap of the children's mathematical journey as they move through the school. Placemats provide the AOLE team with a comprehensive picture of the work undertaken by children in every year group, from nursery to Year 6. In this way, we're able to chart the progression of the mathematical proficiencies and ensure that each year builds upon the last. They also enable us to take action should it be required. Importantly, just as in all other monitoring situations in the school, they facilitate meaningful professional dialogue to secure ongoing school improvement. Placemats illustrate the way in which the component parts of mathematics and numeracy come together to enable the pupil's learning journey. For example, each year group demonstrates different strategies used to develop conceptual understanding. We would expect, therefore, to see these techniques develop at an appropriate pace as the pupils move through the school. A focus in our action plan this year has been to enable our children to develop sound logical reasoning skills. We want to equip our learners with the tools and mathematical vocabulary to come up with solutions independently and to explain their reasoning fully. Another area has been to challenge our more able and talented pupils. We understand that learners need rich learning opportunities to broaden and deepen their knowledge. We want them to apply their understanding of different concepts along with strategic competence skills in order to find efficient solutions. Although for understandable reasons financial literacy has been incorporated into health and well-being, it continues to be addressed in maths and numeracy lessons. Through these, children learn the mathematical skills needed in order to be financially literate, to manage the money well as they go through their lives, which can only promote their health and well-being. Through teaching maths and numeracy using the CPA approach, along with a focus on ensuring progression across the 5 proficiencies, children are enthusiastic, inventive and resilient when it comes to maths. They develop a confidence in this area, understanding that, over the course of their school life, they have built strong foundations in order to tackle any problem. This is borne out by the fact that, whereas 93% of children enter nursery at below expected outcomes in mathematical development, 94% of our children leave St Gwladys at or above expected outcomes.